Yo, 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 we are back with another episode of Leaf with the Legends podcast. Man, I took a break. I had to
Yes,
work on myself, but we
but that's
back, and
okay.
I'm back with my boy, man. Got
Right.
a Milltown legend, got
Yes,
a
sir.
R&B hot throb.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, we got my boy Mike Shane, man. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for pulling up to the podcast.
Yes, sir, man. And speaking of working on yourself, man, that's the single of my latest. That's the title of my latest single, "Self." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So get into all of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. No, we're gonna tap into that for sure, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Yeah, so Mike, man, taking it back, you started singing. I read where you started singing at 8 years old. So
Yeah,
like
yes.
what was some of your earliest memories of like performing or making music? Like was it at like family functions or was it at the church or
So,
like what?
so it was definitely at family functions. Me singing at 8, I discovered I could sing at 8. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and that's just something I could just gravitated to. Always love to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of when I discovered I know how to sing. But far as family big me up. Like, oh, you can sing, oh, you can sing. So we'd be at family functions and Mike, come sing, come sing. So definitely is my family who actually kept me going and actually growing up wanted to actually pursue it. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's
Because
up.
they always, just told me I can sing and sing here, sing there. So yeah,
So
yeah.
who was some of your earlier like musical influences growing up?
Oh man, a lot of people, bro. Man, people like Usher. You said growing up, yeah, Usher, Tank, R. Kelly, um, Isley Brothers. And just music from back in the day. Just growing up, you at your people's house and you hearing that old school music, and you know what I'm saying, they kicking it. So just
Facts.
yeah, a lot of that.
Nice, nice. So then, how did like some of those like you said Isley Brothers, you said Tank, Usher, R. Kelly, like how did those influences shape like your style and sound like now?
So it helped me kind of because I studied those guys. Those guys I
Hmm.
wanted to study. So just growing up, learning their songs. I'd be at the crib in a notebook, writing down the lyrics, you know what I mean? Just to
Yep.
learn the songs and not knowing that it's actually helping me. It's like practice, but it's something you love, so you ain't kind of looking at it like that. You just doing it. But yeah, just studying those guys, writing down lyrics, and man, just singing. Just singing. Period.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people know Mike Shane, the singer. I
Yeah.
know I
Yeah.
know Mike. I know Mike the Hooper.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
let's tap in, man. So like who and I know your family a little bit, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
who was like where'd you get that love for basketball and like the skills? Like where'd that come about?
Man, shit. My pops.
Okay.
Uh, man, my cousin Trill. You know Trill. Y'all went to school
Yep, yep,
together.
yep. Shout out
We
Cheryl.
first we first cousins. So man, he grew up. He hooping second, third grade,
Hmm.
and I seen him hoop. I seen him hoop. Made me want to hoop. So shit, him growing up kicking my ass in the backyard, and
Yeah.
he got me better. You know what I mean? Cousins, older cousins, and shit like that. So yeah. So yeah, I say my pops and my cousins kind of got me like hooping. You know what I mean?
Got you.
That love of the game, and just growing up watching. I got some Michael Jordan tapes. Them Bulls runs. I got some tapes for Christians. So I come home, do homework, make a couple sandwiches, watch them tapes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
go out there try to hoop, mimic it. But yeah, I've been hooping and loving the game shit before 8.
Yeah, no, facts,
Yeah,
facts. And you,
yeah.
you still you still get down a little bit.
Oh yeah, I still get it. Man, because I enjoy hooping, man. One thing I learned from those older guys at the Y, man, they just say never don't stop, man. Once you stop, it's gonna be over. I mean, I ain't saying we go out there, we out there still going to the league, but we still competing and having fun with it. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and even at them Y days, like going hooping against you. Like I used to think nobody can shoot better than me until I met you. Shit. Shit, Pops used to have even at 15, it was before them times when we was grown, bro. Even at 15, Pops used to have me come to the gym sometimes even before school. And or them like them still the morning runs and shit just running into you, those guys, bro, and man, you sometimes even when we was done hooping, being grown, you would come to the side like, "Oh man, you can shoot." Woo, woo." You know what I mean? So yeah, just those days. Yeah,
That's love. That's love. Yeah, and I
yeah,
remember, I got shout out your pops. They used to have that old crew. They used to run the gym. Up in
yeah,
West
yeah,
Suburban, and like
yeah,
but that's how it was though. You know what I mean? Like they was
man,
the OGs. They was the unks at the time. You know what I mean? So like
yeah,
they taught us a lot, not only about the game, but
right,
like that physical toughness, that mental
mm-hmm,
toughness. Because like if it was game point, you wasn't getting nothing easy. You know what I
right
mean?
at
Like
all.
they gonna hack, they gonna cheat, they gonna call
Yeah,
a bogus call, whatever they had to
man,
do.
what?
but
Yeah,
like looking back on it, it's like, all right, that made me stronger. That made me, a tougher, physically and
yeah,
mentally for, high school, college, and whatnot. So,
right.
shout out to them, and I appreciate you, giving me them
Oh
props,
yeah.
on my 3-pointer as well.
Oh man, that man, dog. Man, listen, I remember my daddy was like, man, Mike, I met this little motherfucker. He can shoot. I said, he can shoot better than me. I'm younger than you, but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm oozing with confidence. Just man, even if
as
it's
you should,
false confidence, that's
as
I'm
you
like,
should.
I like this shit. He like, Mike, this little motherfucker shoot, going behind picks, letting the motherfucker go. I remember but I didn't know he was talking about you at the time. But when I came up there, he had showed me who he was talking about because I remember one run, bro. Man, we was shooting like man. I don't know. You probably got the best of me, but far as like we was hitting the mid ranges like a motherfucker one day
Yeah, yeah,
at them
yeah.
Y runs, dog. And I just know I was like, yeah. But I had been met you through Trail, and I kind of be telling uh, like I don't know. You probably don't remember, dog. Trail had brought me around y'all. Probably was like 15. It was like I had just moved back from Minnesota going to my junior year. And I probably was like 15. Y'all was more like 16, 17. And
Mhm.
y'all was hooping at this. Y'all was hooping on third and what's that? Third and what's that hoop? I think about Rose Park. Remember y'all used to go to them? Y'all used to play
Oh,
the actually King team. Like y'all
yeah.
teammates used to get together and
Yep,
he
yep,
brought me
yep.
one time.
Okay.
And man, it's just the camaraderie y'all had, like, cause I was hooping, y'all was missing a lot. I was missing a lot, and I just remember you and Troy Cotton, like, man, keep shooting, and y'all weren't like getting mad because the nigga was fucking up and missing and shit. Y'all was like building up. I was like, damn, I ain't never hoop with no, I ain't never been around that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that kind of gave me a different perspective of the game, though, too. You know what I mean?
That's
So
dope.
yeah,
No, that's what's up. That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Nah, man. Them was the days, bro. Them was the days. All
Oh
right.
yeah,
So
for
so
sure, for
so
sure,
fast
for
forward,
sure.
fast forward just a little bit. So like let's get into the music, right?
Yeah,
So recently you've collaborated with people like Steve Stoner,
right.
Sawyer Gibson. Like
Yeah, yeah.
how do like talk a little bit about like how these partnerships and kind of collaborations come about, and
So
what and,
me,
and what do you look for in a collaborator?
so basically, I'm just so far as like with me and Sawyer, man. I used to see Sawyer on the internet singing.
Mhm.
You know, he's from Milwaukee. Like I'm like, and my mom thinking like, okay, man, I'm gonna get a song with him. Maybe we can work together. And once I got to going and actually investing in myself consistently, I reached out to him. You know what I mean? He was cool. We got it done right away and everything. And it's just wanting to do with shit. Just wanting to do music with people from Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Me and Steve the Stunner, we go all the way back from. He used to stay on 24th and Locust. My auntie used to stay right across the street from them for
Okay.
years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And my auntie Janice, she was the we used to the hangout, not the hangout spot for the kids. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
And we'd go over there. So I kind of got a relationship with him from back then. You know what I'm saying? Even with our dealings in our own early 20s. You know what I mean? So I reached out to him. He got right back to me. You know what I'm saying? Right back at me. Who else? Yeah. So man, I just reached out to him
Yeah.
and man, and just wanted to work with other people from Milwaukee.
Yeah, no, and you
Yeah.
brought up a good point too about like betting on yourself and like getting
Yeah.
out there. Obviously I'm a huge supporter of you, your music and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like
Appreciate
I've
that.
seen the iterations. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
seen where you doing shows at Allure. You doing
Yeah. Yeah.
shows at the spot right next to Mikasa Su Cafe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like all this stuff and like you constantly putting yourself out there, and it's like You ain't got no big marketing team. You ain't not that I know of.
Right,
Like you don't got no
right,
no
right,
manager or nothing like that. Like
right,
it's you really doing it, and I think it shows. It puts Milwaukee in a good light. You know what I mean?
right,
Because like we
right,
hear so many negative things about the fighting,
mm,
the internal
right,
conflict that we got with
right,
each other.
right.
But like to see your success and how you being able to grow, organically in this city, I think that's a testament to the city and your
Yeah,
skill, too.
yeah, definitely, man. I just kind of like, I just put my head down. I said, man, I can't, I won't be able to live with myself without not pursuing my dream. Like at least trying to make that run. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And bro, y'all, you've been at. Rather, I ain't saying you've been into everyone, but rather if I did a venue here, venue there, multiple, you and came to at least one of them at different
Fact.
ones, man. And
Fact.
I appreciate that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I see you out, we chopping it up, we chopping it up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just, man, it's really just betting on yourself and just like you kind of got to fall in love with the process and understand like it's gonna be ups and downs. You know what I mean? So like when it's up, you having fun, woo, woo, but when you down, you can't really. When you down, you can't really put yourself in that mindset though. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to just keep the wheels turning. Rather, if you're not even putting no music out at the time, you undid enough. You done put enough work in where even if you ain't putting out music, you still got music that you can still work. You know what I mean? So man, it's really just betting on yourself, man. I kind of can stay consistent the last 6 years, man. And people say move, you got to move out of Milwaukee to make it, but like man, Milwaukee showed me number love. You know what I mean?
No, that's a
So
fact.
I can't say that, man. Milwaukee has been good to me. As far as doing it as far as doing it without having a team, you just got to believe in yourself, man. Sometimes you got to get out there, like I enjoy going out, but sometimes, bro, I'll just go out just to get my music out there or holler at a DJ and leave. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I, I did something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So you just got to, man, just bet on yourself, man. The
What?
process may take a little longer, but you having fun, you enjoy doing what you're doing, and you guys believe, man, something gonna happen.
Yeah. No, facts. So
Yeah.
what is that feeling like? Like you out, you chopping it up, you kicking it or whatever, and then your song get played like by the DJ. Like, kind of
Bro,
describe that feeling, bro.
bro, ain't no feeling like it because it's like, damn, bro, it 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 makes you feel like them down times you had was worth it. You know what I mean? And then it makes you want to keep going. You know what I mean? So yeah, ain't no feeling like it, bro. Ain't no feeling like you creating something from scratch.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then just in hearing it. You know what I mean? On one of the biggest platforms there is. Like ain't nothing like hearing your shit in the club, in the lounge. You know what I mean? So yeah, and it shows the work you've been putting in too.
Yep. No, fact. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
So, kind of, Mike, take us kind of through your creative process. Like when you writing, producing, when you cooking up. Like, what's that process look like for you?
So I want to give a shout out to my boy, producer Wavy Boy.
Wavy boy.
I want to give a shout out to Jarvis Red. Man, Jarvis, he helped me create the music. So we bounce off of each other, and he been actually sing. He been a vocal beast since he was about probably before 8. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
he know all these melodies and riffs and runs. You know what I mean? So he kind of like we be in the studio for hours, bro, on one song, and he's kind of like my vocal coach also. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So we be in the studio. Hey, no, do it like this. I might bring some to him that I already wrote, but he hears so many different melodies and cadences in his head. Okay, we're gonna keep the same lyrics, but we're gonna say it like this. You know what I mean? So when we first started working, we'd be on one song maybe for 7, 8 hours. Putting in the shit. We not be working the whole time. We in and out, but we working. You know what I mean? We get it done. Now we've been working for so long now, man. It probably take us about 2 or 3 hours to finish
Okay.
one joint, and that's from the beginning lyric to the ending lyric. You know what I mean? So now we just got better bouncing ideas. But as far as the melodies and everything, he the man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
Wavy Boy too. I went to middle school with B.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
went to Fritchie with B. Yeah,
All
so
right.
just to see his growth and
Yeah,
his
he's
trajectory, man, he been
yeah.
killing it.
We get in, we fall into that little hoop and talk. You know, I get around, I just poke him, you know, and talk some shit just to be talking some shit. All right, Mike. He like, nigga, I bust your ass right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we get into all that. Yeah, I heard he
that's
was
good stuff.
I heard he could ball his ass off.
No,
Still
B
growing
Cahoot,
up.
B Cahoot
Yeah.
for sure,
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. Yeah, yeah. No, B
Yeah.
Cahoot. I stamp that. I
Oh,
stamp
okay.
that.
For
Yeah,
sure. For sure. For
B
sure.
Cahoot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't go now. I can't vouch
Yeah.
for him
Yeah.
now. But when we was at Fritchie, B Cahoot.
He was good. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he was solid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He
So,
gonna see this and be like, yeah. Yeah.
so recently you opened for Pleasure Pete. So like how does performing live compare to like recording in the studio?
um, Performing live, bro. You kind of it's all off field. You know what I'm saying? For me, when I first started, like I used to thrust myself out there. Like when I first started singing in my early 20s, like actually wanting to pursue it and do shows and get better, bro. I would be so nervous. I would be thinking about bagging out all the way until the show. You know what I mean? Now, man, I find somebody in the crowd or I just just talk to them and just have fun. Just
Gotcha.
have fun up there. I mean, you know your lyrics. You know, as long as you know your lyrics, you get out there and just man move, talk to the crowd, move, find somebody. So in the studio, it's more technical in the studio. You gotta you when you perform, you ain't always gotta hit the right notes. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So when you're in the studio, you gotta man, you gotta hit them notes. Like man, I might be saying one word for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah.
get it right. But that's what it takes, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially if you take your craft serious as you do. You gotta lock in their studio. So
Yeah.
I say
No.
that's the difference.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So
Yeah.
what would you say has been your most memorable performance so far?
Man, I can say two.
Okay.
I had fun opening up for Pleasure Priest. I used to listen to him growing up. Uh, him in that Pretty Ricky era.
Yep.
Man, the most fun I had was 2023 at Summerfest
Man, that was
with Mr. New York brought me up, man. That was the most people I performed. It was over 1,000 people there, but I felt like I belonged there. You know what I mean? Like when you having fun, it went so fast. I'm like, damn, I want to do it some more. So that right there, that was the biggest one. I had a 30-minute set last year at Summerfest.
hmm
Um, I had family put. It was an early show. It wasn't as many people as there, but
hmm
it felt good because they paid me, and it was I had a 30-minute show. That was the longest show. They gave me a chance to go up there and uh, create myself. You know what I mean? Build my own show. And I would say the last one is this 2 weeks ago, the opening up for Life Jennings at the rave.
Yep.
Man, nice big crowd. It just feel like, man, you know how I feel being in game. You know what I mean? It's just like you gotta get in the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and I enjoy myself because I feel like things kind of came full circle, like that crowd interaction, me singing, me picking my spots where I want to sing, me picking my spots where I want to interact with the crowd, and it came a little more natural.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? And I would even just being able to open up for life was a big thing for me because growing up, I was listening to his music. The first two albums was man
Yeah.
classics. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
So even just being at just opening up for life, shit, that was pretty big for me too. You know what I
That's what's
mean?
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff. So we keep making these kind of parallels and comparisons with like the music and then the hooping, right? So
Right.
what would you say is some of your like like routine or ritual? Like what
Man.
keeps you in the zone?
Uh, so man, it's two different preparations.
Okay.
But it's the same mindset though. You know what I'm saying? You're going out there to kill. And if
Yeah.
any other artist is out there, um, it's a good competition. Like, okay, I respect you, But if you go after me or before me, like you gonna have to,
Yeah.
man,
You got to bring
you
it.
gonna have to bring it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I did, I put in years. Like I put in years to get to this point. So yeah, man, the you gotta have your T. I might do 100 push-ups before I go on that stage. Like just getting the blood flowing. I do a lot of voice exercises and everything. Can't do too much talking that whole day because you want to kind of preserve your voice and your vocals. So, man, it's a lot of prepping going into it, especially if you want it to be right. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So you got any like weird rituals? So like for me, like before I hoop, like I had to do everything with the right hand. So like I'm putting or the right side, like I'm putting my right sock on first, my right shoe on first. Like it was
No, I try not to think too deep into it like that
got
because when you get to thinking, you
it.
get to fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Especially on stage. So I like. So what I've learned is, man, just read the crowd before make sure do your sound check, man. Do all your preparation before you actually get up there because um you kind of know what you're gonna run into. You know what I'm saying? So like don't skip no steps. Do everything because with all that preparation, it's gonna build your confidence up there. Okay, okay, I've been up here already. Don't skip no step. Don't skip no steps. So, and I try not to put too much into it. Like long as I know my songs. I got my I rehearsed all that. I let everything else just fall into play.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
we gonna shift gears just a little bit. So
yeah, yeah,
a couple years back, you know
yeah.
you made some headlines.
All right, 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 right.
Let's kind of talk about that incident with Draymond Green, and it gained a lot of attention. So like looking
Definitely.
back on it, like kind of describe the event in your from your point of view, and then like kind of describe like how you feel about the situation now that it's been what 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I should have sent you that video too. The main video to that motherfucker before we started. But man, honestly, like, seeing what he had did in practice that time, you kind of like it'll strike anybody, even rather if you know the person or not. You like, damn, dog, like
Yeah,
you fucked dog up for
yeah.
basically it look like for no reason or like just
Supposed to be
because you
your
could.
teammate.
Oh yeah, or because you can,
Yeah,
and let alone that's your teammate. You know what I
right.
mean? So, and then him being from Milwaukee, so man, I'm getting dressed for that game, man. I'm like, it was kind of, I would say it was kind of, I kind of planned to do it.
Okay.
You know, I told my cousin, I'm like, man, if I get his attention, I'm gonna say something to him. You know what I'm saying? So we down there, and it take Giannis 10 seconds to shoot a fucking free throw,
On the real.
and Draymond like he under the rim, like he had his spot under the rim waiting for Dray. So I'm like, I yell like Draymond, and he actually looked over. So if anybody know me on the court, like I like to agitate. You know what I'm saying? I talk my shit. It's good shit. I talk my shit. So I'm like, I said, nigga, we giving you a pass. You know what I'm saying? So he feeding right into it. The more matter he get, the more I'm fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing it was actually gonna make them head the type of headlines it did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, man, it was a fun exchange though. You know what I'm saying? But on a realer note, like shit, I was speaking for basically everybody from Milwaukee though. Rather if I was playing, rather if I was Steers or not, like that's how we felt. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was all fun. It was all fun for me, but shit, we meant what we said though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you got a we got a fire track out of the incident too.
Oh yeah, we giving you a pass. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Fire track, man. I worked with Philly Flyboy. Shout out to Philly Flyboy on
Shout
that
out to Philly.
video. Yeah, yeah, he showed some love, and he always showed Milwaukee artists love. Man, he had me out there working. It was below zero. We out there working though. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we still we treated it like it was work. You know what I mean? It was fun while it lasted. I didn't want to dwell on it, too long. But yeah, it was a fun experience. It was definitely fun. And then actually, What it did was for me, because I said it was calculated. What it did was for me, like man, um, everybody, it shed a little light on my music,
Oh yeah, for
on
sure.
me being a singer from Milwaukee, who headlines, Draymond, singer from Milwaukee, local singer from Milwaukee, got into it with Draymond, different headlines and going on the news and all that. So as far as that, helping me with my career, that I would say that's a specific thing catapulted me and gave me a bigger name in Milwaukee.
Hmm. I can see that.
Yeah,
No, for sure, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
So, looking back, how do you think your sound and like your artistry has evolved?
Oh man, my sound is it evolved tremendously, especially just getting more comfortable and confident. You know what I mean? You know, consistency and practice, like you gonna get better at whatever you do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In these last 6 years, man, I've been kind of consistent, learning. And the music definitely is much different, you know, and definitely linking up with Wavy Boy and Jarvis. They had definitely helped me find my sound, and ever since I've been with them, uh, the music has man been up. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, what would you say is the like what's next for Mike Shane?
So right now, what's next for me, man? I'm promoting Self right now.
Hmm.
That's on all streaming platforms. My new single that's finna I'm gonna drop that maybe the first or second week of April is called Show Off. I got the video done, everything. So we just man, just waiting, finna do a rollout for that and everything. Just got a young lady named J Marie. She's a PR and she's helping me get music out there now and actually helping me to get paid for my music, rather if it's in a commercial, a movie, or whatever. Just using her connections to help me out, and I want to actually shout her out because she's from Milwaukee, but she don't live here. She Atlanta. But usually people want you to, you know, like to help you out, man. What you gonna pay me? Pay me. She actually like it's like she's actually more excited than me. You know what I mean? And to give helping me work connections, and it helps to be from Milwaukee, but she actually showing me like, man, like I understand independent, having kids, and you know, just trying to balance everything out. I'm willing to help. I don't get paid unless you get paid. You know what I mean? And that just shows her being confident in herself and what they do over there. So I'm kind of excited to start working with her too.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah,
So, what advice would you give like aspiring artists who trying to make a name for themselves?
man. If Rather if you want to hoop, play basketball, I mean hoop, sing, rap, whatever, man, stay consistent and invest in yourself. And the main thing is don't people gonna always talk, right? People gonna always talk. People gonna always tell you shouldn't do this or that's weak. That man, stick with it and be confident, believe in yourself, and all that extra noise, man. Don't even pay attention to it.
No, I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a saying that I go by too. It's like whether you do or you don't, somebody always gonna have something to say.
Something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like just do you, do
yeah,
you
yeah.
know your
People
values, know your goals, know your vision, and go after it.
put your head down and don't like the outside because that's what'll stop you. Just thinking people other it ain't even you in your head. It's other people in your head. You know what I'm saying? And have you in your head about this. You know, man, bro, just do that. Just do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
fact,
Somebody
fact.
don't like it.
All right, Mike. I got 5 rapid fire questions.
Okay, say
All
no
right,
more.
you
Let's
ready?
go. Let's go.
All right. If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, dead or alive. I'm gonna say dead and alive.
Okay, bet.
Michael Jackson
Tough.
and Usher.
Okay,
I
that's
say
good.
Usher. Yeah, yeah.
This might be a little cheating, but what's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, I got two go to karaoke songs:
All right.
R. Kelly, "Honey Love," and H Town, "Knocking the Boots."
All right.
Like if I'm low energy and I want crowd participation, well, those are two songs
Yeah.
that they gonna sing along with you. You know what I'm saying, and vibe with
Gotcha.
you.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right. Favorite spot to grab food in Milwaukee.
damn, that's tough. On a typical weekday, if I was to, what I enjoy, Mikasa Su Cafe,
Yep.
and then we hoop on Wednesday, Fridays at the Y on 12th Street at 6 in the morning. Sometimes we'll all go to Sam's place
Yep.
to go have some
Fire.
food. So,
Fire.
those two spots, man, like my kind of go-to spots.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No,
Yeah,
solid.
yeah,
Both solid for sure.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Dream venue to perform at.
Ooh, shit. I would say, man, Rolling Loud. I
Mm.
say Rolling Loud. That's a huge venue, and the Pfizer Forum in
Yeah, we
Milwaukee.
go get it. We go
The
get it.
Pfizer in Milwaukee.
Yes,
That's one of
sir.
my goals. That's one of my goals, man. Is to be
Fact.
able to come back home and do a sold out show at the Pfizer.
That's hard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last one. One word to describe your music.
That's a good question. One word to this man. Shit. I can't man.
I'll give
One
you three.
word.
I'll give you three. 3 words.
Man, all I can say is R&B, man. That ain't
There we
one
go.
word.
Hey, hey, there we go.
R&B.
There we go. In
Three
its
letters.
purest form.
Shit.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Mike, man, before we wrap up, man, tell everybody where they can, find your music and and follow your journey.
You can follow all my music on Spotify, Apple Music. You can catch me on IG, TikTok at iMikeShane, and YouTube. Just type me in Mike Shane. Everything will be there.
Dope, dope,
Yeah,
dope,
yeah.
man. So, any last words for the people listening, inspiring,
Man,
musicians,
listen,
entrepreneurs, whatever.
listen. Don't stop. Follow your dream. Invest in yourself. Believe. Be grateful for what you got and you don't have. Man, and just be yourself. It don't pay to be yourself. You know what I mean? People respect you more if you be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going. Shout out to you, bro, man. I appreciate you and reaching out to me and always supporting me, bro. You know
Hey,
what I mean? I see you. I see you at all the shows. You know what I'm saying? We see you. I see you out, man. We show love, bro. Whether if it's
always
uh, moving and going. You know what I'm saying? So
appreciate
yeah,
you.
man.
Appreciate you.
I shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you.
All love, all love. You
Yes,
know
sir.
that. Well, hey, there
Yeah.
you have it. It's been another episode of Leaf with the Legends podcast with my
Let's
boy
go.
Mike Shane. Hey,
Yes,
be
sir.
legendary or be lost.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, baby.